Carly Pearce likely won't forget about the last year of her 20s. In September 2019, the country singer joined several artists in grieving the death of beloved music producer and songwriter Busbee, otherwise known as Michael James Wright. And after much thought and consideration, Carly decided to end her marriage to fellow singer Michael Ray in June 2020. To top it all off, the coronavirus pandemic prevented the Kentucky native from doing what she loves most, performing in front of thousands of fans. But through all the pain and disappointment came new songs that Carly is quick to describe as honest, raw and strong. Her fans can now hear them thanks to the release of her 7-song collection. I remember feeling like I was going to have to climb a mountain at the start of this project, Carly exclusively shared with E! The first song I wrote for the project, I definitely was at the bottom of the mountain. But as I finished it and as I stand here today, I'm on the top of the mountain. That trip, however, wasn't always a smooth. Busbee's death after a battle with glioblastoma was a huge loss for Carly. After he helped discover her in 2015, the pair worked together on countless projects including the No. 1 hit, Every Little Thing. As a way of coping with his passing, Carly wrote the track. I think it gave me a perspective to look at death in a way that was more uplifting than anything I've heard. He was such a pleasant person that people loved so much. He has 3 daughters under the age of 10 and I just wanted them to be able to listen to something and feel like their dad was close to them. As for her divorce from Michael, Carly couldn't help but address the defining moment in her life story. But instead of creating a bunch of songs strictly focused on heartbreak, the country singer set out to also offer sounds about hope and I went into this project accepting that this had happened to me, but I chose to look at it as a time for refinement instead of defining me. I think that you will hear in my music that if you are going through anything, yes, mine was a divorce, but you'll be able to find some light at the end of the tunnel because I went through this. I'm better for it. Trending Stories1Jodie Foster reacts to Aaron Rodgers thanking her in engagement speech to Elizabeth. Olsen says she's very aware of nepotism impacting career. Let's compare all of Paris Hilton's engagement rings throughout the ups and downs of life. Carly has been fortunate enough to receive support from her girlfriends in and out of Nashville. In fact, Karen Fairchild, Lindsay and Kelsea Ballerini persuaded her to be open and honest in this latest body of work. I feel like those 3 really pushed me to take this as an opportunity to be a voice in things that people may not want to talk about, Carly explained. When you're 29 and divorced, that certainly doesn't sound pretty. They really helped me to realize this was so much bigger in a good way than I could realize in the midst of it. Through every personal lyric and song comes a lesson listeners may be able to hear. For Carly, she hopes her fans continue to see the positive in what life has. We all struggle. Life doesn't always turn out the way we thought it would, but we all have hardships, but it's what we do with those hardships. When you listen to this music, I hope it brings you hope that there is beauty in the hurt and beauty in the struggle. Dig deep and find it.